Damn.
For a Week 11 predictions video. One NFC gang, though. We got a third of the NFC in here right now, basically. Cardinals, we got Dave. He's the Bears.
Yo.
We got Joel. He's the 49ers. We got Gabe. Everybody excuse him because his voice is deaf. But he's the Bucks. Hutch in his first ever video. I think this is Gabe's first ever video too. Excuse me. So all right, there we go. All that good stuff, and then we'll get to the predictions. There's a couple good games. There's a lot of divisional games this week, so there should be lots of streaming, which is always good for the league. First and foremost, make sure you're streaming divisional games and games of the week. Games of the week are always pinned at the message and main chat. If you believe somebody's breaking rules, you need to have stream or some sort of proof, something like that, because if they deny it and you don't have anything to back it up, I mean, we can't do anything to them. If you can't stream because you're plugged into McDonald's or your teammate says he can't, your opponent says he can't stream or whatever's going on, make sure you just let the commission know why you won't be streaming. Everybody refresh themselves on the rules as much as you can. There's a rules chat for a reason. At least the fourth down rules, especially. We still have to hand out a couple suspensions every season for different rules being broken and things like that. Nonetheless, we'll go ahead and get this started, though. We're going to start off with the weekly awards. All right, the AFC Offensive Player of the Week was Mickey Coles. He had 19 carries for 221 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns.
Awful.
Brees Hall, you said Mickey Coles.
Oh shit, my bad. I was reading the Hall stats though.
Yeah, no.
Okay, 19 carries, 221 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, 2 catches for 50 yards. Good stuff there. AFC defense.
AFC defense is Mickey Coles, 5 tackles, 3 interceptions, and 1 touchdown.
All right, how about the NFC offense?
NFC offense, we got my boy Nolan Hall. He had 17 catches for 429 yards, 5 reception touchdowns, and he had a fumble, unfortunately, but he balled out.
NFC defense?
We got K. Jackson, got 3 interceptions, 1 touchdown. Savon's always having players in one of these somehow.
Yeah. I cannot express how frustrating it is, Dave, that you won that award, because I will not be able to put Omaha on Kyler Murray now.
Yeah, I know. I heard you talking about that in the chat, and that's why I was like, okay, I definitely got to get it now.
I needed one more awareness. He scored like 6 touchdowns. He threw for 400 and ran for 100, but I guess it wasn't enough.
Yeah.
All right, the yearly awards. Let's start off with the MVP and the Coach of the Year.
MVP, Brees Hall and Mickey Coles take 1 and 2, and Savon's Hyatt is at number 3. Coach of the Year, Savon is number 1, LP number 2, and Drop is number 3.
Good stuff. All right, AFC Offensive Awards. Offensive Player of the Year is Brees Hall, no surprise there, followed by Henry Ruggs and Calvin Austin III. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Calvin Austin III, followed by Daniel Huffman, the rookie running back for the Dolphins, and Frank Price, the rookie receiver for the Dolphins. Best QB, Anthony Richardson for the Broncos, but we know this QB award is always kind of glitchy until the final week. It only shows 6 people on there. Best running back is Brees Hall, followed by Kane and Wangu. Best wide receiver, Ronnie Stanley, followed by Quentin Nelson. All right, how about the defensive awards for the AFC?
AFC defensive player of the year is Coles, followed by Gilmore and Williams on 3rd. Defensive rookie of the year is Coles, followed by Stephen Gilmore and Avante Williams. Best D line is Brian Burns, followed by Farrell from the Raiders. Best linebacker is Tremaine Edmonds, followed by Bud Dupree. Best DB is Coles, followed by Gilmore. And that's it.
And best kicker is Josh Lambo, followed by Jason Sanders. All right, the NFC offense.
The NFC Offensive Player of the Year is Jalen Hyatt on the Giants, followed by Johnny Wilson and Kyler Murray. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Jalen Hyatt, followed by Johnny Wilson and JoJo Earl. Best QB is Kyler Murray. Behind him is Zach Wilson. Best running back is Miles Sanders, followed by Ezekiel Elliott and Tariq Cohen. Best wide receiver is Jalen Hyatt, followed by Johnny Wilson and DK Metcalf. And best O-lineman is Tristan Wirfs, followed by Andrew Thomas.
Good stuff. All right, the defensive awards. Hutch.
Right here you got Kyrie Jackson, followed by Devin White of the Buccaneers. Defensive Rookie of the Year is James Williams off the Cardinals and
That's what's
Trent
up.
Elbray off the Seahawks. Best D lineman, I don't even know how to say his name honestly.
Aziz Ojulari.
And Nolan Smith off the Giants. First three people's all off the Giants. And then for best DB, you got Kyrie Jackson, followed by Noah
Igbenogany.
And then
best-
best kicker,
Go ahead.
you got it.
Best kicker, Cairo Santos and Greg Zuerlein. You skipped over linebacker, which was Christian Harris of the Bucks and Devin White of the Bucks. Damn, man, throwing shade at Gabe as soon as he joins the video. All right. Next week we'll probably look at stats, see some stat leaders after 10 games or so. But let's go ahead and get into predictions. If somebody would go to the standings and just let me know the records of each team prior to each matchup. First off, we have the football team playing at the Eagles. This game won't be getting played because Flip is out of town. He's got some family stuff going on, so this will be Leslie's Forceman, or he'll play the CPU either way. Next, we have the Saints at the Bucks. Saints are 1-8, I think.
Yeah, 1-8.
1-8, yeah.
The Bucks are 6-3.
Yep.
Gabe's having a good last couple weeks after the rough start he had, but a bad game last week against Savon. But you know, we all play bad games against Savon most of the time, unless your name is Dave. But regardless, I think this one's going to be a pretty easy pick. Saints struggles at stopping anything on the defensive side of the ball, and his offense, he hasn't quite figured out what he's good at or what he likes to do yet. So I think that's going to be a problem against the Bucks, who are going to score at will here. And his defense, I will say, as much as I shit on it the last couple seasons, is improving week to week. So I will take the Bucks to win this game big. Give me 45, something along those lines. Gabe is a little sick, so maybe a little less than that, but I think he should take care of business here. We'll start off with Hutch because he knows Gabe very well. They play a lot. What do you think, Hutch?
I think Gabe will end up winning this game about 42-14. I feel like it's going to be a little close at first, but he'll pull away by halftime.
I like the pick. Dave, you also play Gabe a good bit. What do you think?
Yeah, Gabe 45 to 10.
All right. Garcia? Joel?
Gabe, probably 53 to 7.
Damn.
I like it. Gabe, tell me your 3 keys to victory. I assume you're taking yourself to win.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and go for my first shutout. Hopefully tomorrow, if I'm feeling better, I can actually lock in. But I'm gonna say, getting pressure at the quarterback like I've been doing all season, and getting my guys open and not throwing it into double coverage like I like to do a lot. Should be how I win this game. Gonna try and get a shutout boost for this one. But yeah, I take myself in a pretty easy game here.
Okay, I like it. Next, we have the Patriots at the Bills. This game is underway, actually, so let me go ahead and check and score. It says I'm breaking up badly.
The Patriots are 5-4, and the Bills are 8-2.
Okay, I'm going to hold my mic a little closer to my face because apparently I'm breaking up. Twan, you may not be hearing the breaking up. You may be hearing a slight echo in the background from one of the other people's mics. You said the Patriots are 5-4 and the Bills are what? 8-2?
8-2.
Yeah, 8-2.
Good stuff. Looks like almost to halftime, Bills are still taking care of business, 23-14 so far. Regardless, we will pick the game, even though it's underway. I assume that Ryan will do what he does, run the ball a ton, and win this game by 20 still. What do you think, Hutch?
I got what's the score right now?
23-14, almost a half.
I say Ryan ends up winning about 42-28. I feel like Zay won't be able to stop the run one bit. I heard him complain about the running the other day, and he hasn't even played Ryan yet.
Yeah, good point. Solid point. Dave?
Yeah, fuck Ryan. He'll probably win by 28.
Joel?
I have Ryan winning probably by at least 30 points.
Gabe?
Yeah, I haven't seen Zay play yet, but I doubt he'll be able to stop Brees Hall. I see Ryan.
New England ain't bad.
24 more points before this game's over.
Yeah, I was gonna say Zay
He ain't
is
bad,
he's
but that
got a
running game
solid
is insane.
offense, but he's got to work on his defense still.
He has no players though.
Yeah, the Patriots and Saints rosters are just awful because they basically didn't have a consistent user for 2 seasons.
Yeah, I would like to see what New England looks like next year after he gets some better players. And
I
should
see if
have
he
a
can
lot of
compete
cap
with that
space.
division.
Yeah, he will have a lot of cap, and on top of that, he'll get some players that kind of fit his scheme more, which would be good for him.
Yeah.
I will say to his benefit, the Patriots roster is better than the Saints by far.
Yeah.
So hopefully be able to build off that. Next we have the Bengals and the Ravens. The Bengals are 0-9, right? Something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, and the Ravens are 6-3. Caleb has definitely been a surprise for the Ravens. I thought he would be behind Peso at this point, or Delvin, but he's definitely shown up. He's turned the ball over a lot less. His offense looks good on both sides, running and passing. On the opposite side, Ernie is really struggling to stop anyone, especially on the defensive side of the ball. On offense, he relies too much on running with Mixon, especially out of the Wildcat. He's really got to diversify a little bit and cut down the turnovers before I think he'll be able to see real success here. That being said, I think I'm going to take Caleb to roll here, probably by 35 or so. 38-3 is the pick I'll make.
Yeah, it's the first time you picked him.
Yep, I mean, yeah. Dave, you know Caleb very well, so what's your pick here?
Yeah, it is going to be a blowout. Probably like 35-7.
All right. Hutch?
Never saw Ravens play, but I say he wins by 30.
All right. Joel?
I actually have it as a shutout game. I think Baltimore just shuts them out.
I think
Probably
it's a good
like
pick.
35-0.
I didn't have the balls to pick the shutout, but I think it'll be close.
In this league, I see Ravens beating them by 28 at least. I mean,
Good stuff. Next, we got the Jets at the Dolphins. Rob has been sputtering on the offensive side of the ball the last couple weeks. He's got to figure out what he wants to do. He's building these rookies, but they just don't have the skills that the guys he's had over the last couple seasons have. Still got Waddle out there killing it, but besides that, not much else. We know who Jack is. Jack likes to run the ball a ton. As long as the game is close, he's got a chance to win because he runs it extremely well with Nwangwu. Needs to work on the defense a little bit. Runs too much zone, I think, is his problem there. But this game has potential to be an upset, of course. Jack's pulled probably more upsets than anybody else in this entire league for somebody that hasn't made the playoffs yet. So it should be an interesting game. I'm going to take Rob to win here. I think his offense is going to get back on track against the Jets' struggling defense. But expect the Jets to score. So I'll say Rob wins 45-31. Joel, we'll start off with you here. What do you think?
I think Rob wins 41-23.
Good pick. Dave?
Yeah, I think it'll be pretty high scoring. I don't think either of these guys really play good defense at all. It'll probably be I'd say like 48-31.
Okay. You taking Rob?
Yeah, Rob.
Hutch?
I think this is going to be actually a low-scoring game. I got Rob winning 27-21.
I like it. And Gabe?
I'd see Rob winning by probably 14 points. I'd say 28-14.
Good pick. All right, next we have the Raiders at the Browns. The Raiders are 7-3. Browns are 5-5 going into this game. Both these teams like to run the ball a lot. The difference here is that the Raiders do have Henry Ruggs as well, and he can sling it to him here and there. Although he's a little more turnover prone, and I would say Peso is better on defense. This is actually a really interesting game. That's why I picked it as one of the games of the week. Has potential to be low scoring and also very close. So I'm interested to see the picks on this one. We'll start off with Joel, since fellow Californian with the Raiders. What do you think, man?
I definitely have the Raiders winning. I think it's going to be a close game. I'll probably say like 32 to 27.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a good matchup.
Okay. Going to somebody that never runs the ball, Hutch, what do you think here?
I think Peso will win 34-28. I think he'll play it smart and shut down Ruggs, and it will cost the Raiders at the end.
I like it. Dave?
I'm also going to go with Peso. I think, he just shuts down Ruggs, and he's going to run the ball. I think it'll be low scoring, though. I think it'll probably be not low scoring, but I think it'll probably be 28 to 21.
Okay. Gabe?
I think C Money might squeak this out, probably by a score at the most. I'm thinking about 31 to 28, maybe by a field goal. I just think C Money's offense is a little more explosive. He might be able to find more points than Peso does.
Difference here for me is the two biggest things: turnovers and who's better on defense, and both those lean Peso's way. I really had Dave's pick 28 to 21, so I'll probably go with that as well. I just see the Raiders' defense needs work, and Peso doesn't turn the ball over much, so he should take the win here. Next, we have the Packers at the Titans. This game is also underway. The Packers are
28 to 3.
Oh, 28-3. Oh, yeah, he'll
I
roll
think we
big
all
here.
know,
Yeah, I think Green Bay takes the win.
This man.
Titans are 6-3, about to be 7-3. Packers are 1-9 or 1-8.
About to be 1-9.
Okay. Next, we have the 49ers at the Falcons. Two teams that I expected a lot out of going into this season. One of them has been a complete letdown, and one of them started off great and has kind of fallen back down to earth.
I hit a very tough streak of games, so.
49ers are 4-5, and the Falcons are 2-7, I think.
3-7.
3-7. Definitely a must-win game for either one of them if they're going to get back into this playoff race. They're only a game or two back on deemed the last spot in the wild card. So important game here. Very different. 49ers like to run the ball a ton. Falcons like to pass the ball a ton. Defenses are similar as well. I almost picked this one for a game of the week as well. I think the 49ers are a little bit better defense. He's definitely got the better roster overall.
I don't know about that. Falcons got a good-ass roster, bro.
I don't know.
Yeah, they do have a good roster.
I like the Niners defense especially. This one will be close. I'm going to take the Niners. As long as he doesn't give the game away with turnovers, I'm going to take Joel to win this one 24-21.
Ooh.
All right, Dave.
It's tough. I'm leaning towards the Falcons. I'm not gonna lie. I think he's a better passer. So if he takes a lead, like a decent lead, like a 10-point, 14-point lead, and forces him to pass, then he'll win. But yeah, I'll take Falcons here by 7.
All right, Hutch.
I got Joel winning by 10. Hopefully the Falcons wins, but I think Joel will win by 10.
Who am I skipping here? Oh, Gabe. What do you think?
I think it'll be close. I want to lean towards the Falcons by 7 or less. I played him a ton. He goes toe to toe with me on good days. I think he passes a little better, and his defensive user is just a little bit better than what I've seen Joel. But Joel will stay in it till the end. I just see the Falcons winning by 7 or less.
If this had been any season prior to this one, I probably would have leaned Falcons as well. But he has not looked great this year. You put him on blast on Monday Night Football couple weeks ago, 56-7 or whatever it was.
Yeah, I put on offense. Should have got that shutout boost, but threw a pick six.
And yeah, finally, Joel, tell me who you're picking and give me your 3 keys to victory.
I have myself winning. I've faced the Falcons 3 times. I've won 2 of those 3 times by a big margin, except for last season, where towards the ending I just started getting turnover prone because I kept on trying to force the ball to my guys. But I have myself winning. I probably win by like 7 points, though, because he's definitely, from the first 2 times I faced him, he's definitely improved a lot.
Good pick. This one might be the most interesting game of the week, if not definitely second. We have the Broncos at the Chargers. These two are, I think they're cousins. I can't remember exactly. They're 8-2. LP's 8-2, and Drop is 9-0 going into this game. I think Drop's given up like 100 total points all season. It's something absolutely insane like that. But LP's defense has also been spectacular. He's got 2 shutouts. The big difference here is that I think the Drop is a better passer, a little less turnover prone. They're probably about the same level running the ball. I'd say Drop is a little better defensively as well. So I think LP will put up a good fight. They're very familiar with each other, so it won't be a blowout at all. Their games are always close. But I will take Drop to win 24-14. All right, we'll start off with Dave.
Yeah, they're both good users, but I think Drop's probably on another level this year. He's got his team looking good, and I'll take him by 10. I wouldn't be surprised. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't lose a game this season, like all the way to the Super Bowl. But we'll see what happens.
Joel?
I have Drop winning. I think it's definitely going to be a close game. I think Drop wins by no more than a touchdown.
Oh, all right. Hutch knows a lot about Drop. He lost 48-10 to him earlier this year. What's your pick, Hutch?
I think Drop wins by about 28. I just feel like Drop's just on another level this season.
I like it. Gabe?
I just think Drop has the better team, he's a better passer. I think he wins by around 10 though, because they always play close. I'd say 35-24.
Good pick. We will skip this game of the week and we'll come back to it. We're going to go down to the Cowboys at the Rams. Both these teams struggling. The Cowboys are 3-7. Rams are 0-9, I think, something like that. Although his CPU did give Hutch a scare last week. These two know each other extremely well as well. They used to work together until Pastor moved down here towards the Memphis area. The 2 oldest members of the league, both of them are 50+, putting their age out here on them. So both of them like to run the ball a ton, and both of them played bad defense. So no telling what this game could be. It could be 10-7, or it could be 45-42. I think that for this one, I'm going to take Dwayne. He's more turnover prone for sure than 2 is. But I think he's got a little bit more offense in the tank. As long as he doesn't throw 5 picks, he'll win the game. Expect it close, though. I'm going to say Dwayne wins 21-17. Hutch, you just played the Rams. What do you think?
I think Dwayne wins 28-21. Probably won't be much passing at all, but I just feel like Cowboys' running game's a little bit better.
I like it. Joel, you play the Rams all the time. What do you think?
I think Dwayne gets it 23-14, I want to say.
Dave?
Yeah, I got Dwayne 28-14. Yeah.
Gabe?
I see it being low scoring. I'd say Dwayne like 17-10.
I want you guys to know this is the first time ever that Dwayne has swept a predictions video. Everybody picking him to win. Moving on, we got the Panthers at the Giants. Panthers are 3-6. Giants are 9-0. Of course, we know what Savon's doing. He's a lead on both sides of the ball. He's really just killing it this year. Team gets better and better every single season. Panthers, I don't think he's as bad as his record shows, but he's got to get his team figured out. Decide what QB he's going to use. I think he's still using Rattler, but he's got superstar Caleb Williams on his team. They just drafted last season, so I'm not exactly sure what he's got going on there. But Savon should dominate this game. I'm sure he's about to sweep the voting. I'm going to pick Savon to win 30 plus. Joel?
Panthers all the way. No, I'm just kidding. Savon definitely wins. A possible shutout, but I think Panthers still get some scores in. So I would say probably like 55-14, I want to say.
It's crazy, as good as Savon is, that he doesn't really get shutout boosts all that common. He'll tell you himself he's good for giving up a long touchdown once a game or something like that. Blown coverage. It happens. We'll move on to Hutch. What do you think here?
I think Savon wins 52-7.
Good pick. Dave?
Yeah, Savon's gonna win, but yeah, probably by 35 plus. Yeah.
All right. Gabe, you just played Savon.
Bro, he hasn't played a team over 500. I just want to point that out.
Yeah, that's why he's only given up 83 points this whole season.
Yeah.
Gabe, you just played Savon. So wait, he has played a team over 500 because he just played Gabe. That's the only team he's played over 500 though. Gabe, what's your pick?
But, yeah, I just think Savon's team way outmatches his. I agree with Hutch. I think it's gonna be around like 52-7 plus.
Damn, not sticking with your division. No loyalty out here. Got the Colts at the Lions. The Colts are 2-7. Lions are 5-4. Dean took 2 real quick punches to the mouth. Was that earlier today? Yeah, or whenever that was.
That was yesterday.
Yeah, it was yesterday. With the loss of Dave, and then he just wasn't in the right mindset when he played E-Fly, blew a lead, and lost that game as well. Colts turned the ball over a lot. He's not playing good football. He finished 10-7 last year, and he's already 2-7 this year. So he's got to figure out what he wants to do and how he's got his team built. I expect Dean to bounce back here, get a victory that he needs. He's trying to get Emory Jones a superstar, so I'm sure he's going to be slinging the rock everywhere. Yeah, I'll pick the Lions to win big here. Give me 30 plus. Joel?
Dean's gonna win, sadly, because I want the Colts to win. But I mean, Dean's gonna most likely win.
Good news for
Dean
you.
probably winning by 35 points.
Good news for you is if you do tie with Dean by the end of the season, you do have the tiebreaker. You beat him
Yes, I
head-to-head.
do.
Followed by Hutch. What do you think, man?
I think Dean wins it about 42-7. I don't think T. Lou will be able to stop that man coverage.
Good pick. Dave, you play Dean all the time. You picking against
Yes,
him?
sir. Yeah, he's probably pretty upset from a couple days ago when he took those 2 L's. I'm going to say he puts up 50 on him. I don't know, probably 50-14.
Good pick. Gabe.
Yeah, Dean's definitely gonna come back with a vengeance against T-Lou. He's probably 49-14.
Yeah, he's gonna be playing pissed. Next, we have the Jaguars at the Steelers. Normally, this would be game of the week if someone had a better record. Not pointing anybody out. Quick. So the Jaguars are 3-7, and the Steelers are 5-4. This will be Quick's first game he's played since his PlayStation went kaboom. So he's going to be rusty. He is playing up against a good defensive user from the Steelers, although there's much to be want offensively there. Insider scoop from Adam Schefter says that the Jaguars will be trying new things this season, trying out different defenses, different playbooks, and things like that, as he feels like his season is already over. So, taking that into consideration with the rustiness, I'm going to take the Steelers to win. Very close game. I think he's a solid defensive user. Use a new offensive playbook. Things like that don't work well against good defensive users. I'm going to take the Steelers to win 24-21. That's my pick. Dave, what do you think?
I still think Quick will pull it off. I think it'll be close, but I still think he'll pull it off. I'll probably say low scoring, probably 21-17.
Good pick. Joel?
Quick's always been good at stopping the run, and from what I faced against Pittsburgh, he likes to run the ball a lot. So I have Quick winning, probably around 28-17.
Good pick. One thing I will say, to his credit, you're dead on. He likes to run the ball a ton, but I think he's trying to expand his offense. His all 4 touchdowns last week were passing touchdowns. So
Against the Bengals, though.
Yeah, I know, but he's trying to do more things. You know.
Yeah.
Hutch, you already make your pick, or did I skip you already?
I think Quick's gonna come out struggling, but I say he wins 28-14.
Good pick, Gabe.
I think it's close. I think the Steelers will get an early jump on Quick while he gets his bearings back, but I think Quick gets it together in the second, probably wins. Probably going to score 28-24. Quick's way.
All right, we got the Chiefs at the Texans. Texans are 5-5. Chiefs are 2-7, I think. Chap not having the season they wanted to have, obviously. Got to bounce back. He's been playing better the last couple weeks, but he's got to get his offense rolling. Defense is fine. Texans playing solid defense. Same thing for him. He's got to get his offense moving back in the right direction. Although I think he does have the advantage here on both sides of the ball, but just slightly. That being said, I'm going to take the Texans to win. He's playing good football when his shit isn't desyncing. So I'll take the Texans to get himself back into this playoff race. Dave, you just played the Texans a few weeks ago. What do you think? What's your pick?
Yeah, they'll probably have to play around 5 or 6 times, but once they can get a full game in, I'll probably take the Texans by 10.
Hutch.
I got the Texans, probably about 42-28, about 14.
Okay. Joel.
I have the Texans. I haven't really seen the Texans play, but I think it's gonna be a close game. I think it's gonna be like a field goal kind of lead.
Okay. And Gabe.
For the hell of it, I'm gonna say Chap gets the upset by 3 points. I know I've played the Texans a couple times. His defense is actually not bad, but he does let up a lot of big plays. I think Chap gets some easy touchdowns and pulls it off at the end by 3.
Good point. I wouldn't be surprised if Chap pulled the upset there. Finally, to the coup de grace of the week, the Bears at the Cardinals. Bears are 8-1. Cardinals are 7-3. Dave, who's your loss to this season? I'm forgetting it all, so.
Ryan.
Oh, it's to Ryan. Okay. A lot to be said about this game.
The
Bears,
Cardinals guy sucks.
Yeah. On defense, these two teams are very polar opposites. The Cardinals tend to run a lot more zone, while the Bears seem to run a lot more man. Both teams like to sling the rock on offense. Both teams can be turnover prone, depending on who they're playing, how they're playing, what kind of cereal they had in the morning, whatever they're doing. It's gonna be a very close game either way. I think
I think based off your guys' last face-off, I think you have the better defense, just mainly because of your speed.
Stop the cap.
I have the Cardinals winning, but I think it's a close game. At most, it'll be by a touchdown.
Okay. Hutch, you were also in my division, but you played both of us a good bit. So what is your pick going to be?
I think it won't be like the playoff one. I think Dave will be able to score in the red zone. I think he'll end up winning by like 14.
Okay, disrespect noted.
I mean, you do tend to turn the ball over a lot, so it's understandable.
I need you to
Yeah,
lead.
but
If you
so
win
does
this game,
he.
you're definitely going to get division.
I don't know. You tend to force things.
Gabe?
This game's definitely gonna be close. I know that this Cardinals dude is pretty trash, but okay.
Yeah.
I know Jason definitely knows how to beat Dave. I think Dave squeaks his out though by a field goal. I think it's gonna go get down to the last minute. It's really gonna come down to who commits the least amount of turnovers, which probably leans towards if Dave can play a clean offense, I think he wins this one by 3.
Okay. Both me and Dave are going to give our pick and our 3 keys to victory. We'll start off with you, Dave.
Obviously, I'm gonna pick myself. 3 keys of victory: don't turn the ball over. Probably mix in the run a little bit. And third, I would say probably just mix up the defense, keep you on your toes, keep you guessing.
picks. I definitely like everything everybody said about this one. I think the team that turns the ball over the least will win the game for sure. That being said, I'm going to pick myself to win. Extremely close and low scoring game. I'm expecting 21-17, 24-21, something along those lines. But the 3 keys to victory are also don't turn the ball over. Have a solid run game. It doesn't have to be our whole offense, but we need to be able to run the ball successfully to have a chance. And then on defense, we need to not let your speedy guys, Hull and Mooney and Tariq Cohen, get into the open field. If we can keep those guys contained, we should be fine. Good picks all the way around. Everybody, thanks for doing the predictions video. If anybody else is interested in doing a predictions video, make sure you let myself or one of the other commission know. Me and Dave are about to kick off here in a second, so you make sure you tune into that. Everybody, stream your games. It's supposed to be streamed, and have a good day.